Yes. Friggin' what? It's finally here. So, version 88 just got here, as we can see here by the shiny new background on the Zephyros. Got its unique portrait here. I actually think there's a different thing for like super rares or just semi-uniques and uniques. So like Zephyros, Nodos. Let me find the other one here. I'm pretty sure I had somebody using the hammers too. Wherever the hell they are. Yeah, they seemingly got a new shiny thingy on him. Wait, no. I was gonna have him use the hammer. He wasn't quite using it yet. Hammer. Yep, Euros got it. Friggin', where is it? Max, right? Yeah, Boreas got it. So, yeah, I don't know if that's... let's check real quick. Yeah, Beer Hinder, so the true uniques, or like the super uniques, whatever, they seemingly got a second gold trim around their logo now. You know what? We're looking at details. So let's take a quick peek at the patch notes because these looked good. All right, so basically this is kind of the version. This is more or less the version I was looking for to go start that Iron Man run, and yeah, it's close. It's close to that. There's one thing still off of it, but whatever. I can just go around that. Okay, shutting up and going on to this now. So. Equipment-wise, changed usable abilities on high-level weapons from spells to be more widely useful, with the exception of caster weapons. So if we take a quick look at that, let's see, just like what I have here. So Vortex Cut. So this thing got friggin' Apocrypha stuff in a spear, I think. Whereas that... No. Vortex Cut, I think that's Draconic. So it got the AoE Draconic move on a spear. Fantastic. That should be awesome. Vortex Breath. Basically just 2 line ahead, also fantastic. Pangea, I don't think that had anything before. Neither did Stasis or Gehenna. These cursed weapons got switched, by the way. We'll get to that later. You can kind of just see that right here. Her kind of stabby, pokey thing. It's having some problems right now, but we'll get to that. Trying to see. Okay, the Lombardia doesn't have anything. Yeah, that's a two-hander now. An actual two-handed fist weapon. Interesting. Jiggler Bracelets got Bridle. If it says what that does. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that silences opponents. That's what he meant. I wasn't sure what he meant by that thing earlier. This book is a two-hander now. What else? Actually, it's kind of interesting to see a two-hander book. What you may notice with my cursed weapons now is that they are utterly busted. They won't be able to do their same stuff as before. There's a reason for that, and we'll get to that in the patch notes. So, just... I don't even know why I'm looking through it this way, because I can just look through them this way. I'm like a reasonable person. Okay, the Comanche got... Ooh, Springboard? Really? So, basically just allows you to change elevations, so I'll immediately pop that on her. What else here? Got Heal 4 from the Lipple's Rod, fantastic. I don't think that was there before. Caduceus already had Exorcism. These are all going to be charged because they're stabs. Icy Resonance from the Anglemoa, cool. Acid from that. Liberate. Okay, that's cool to see on a ninja weapon. Good to see there. Something's got Sporagmos. So that should be incredible, right there. Sanshin. Oh crap! He's actually getting other units' abilities over on these weapons here. And this thing actually has a water buff on it. Cool. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here. And Venom. Okay, interesting. So basically, just adds poison to the T-Lax bolt. Is that 34? What level is that? 40? Ah, dang it. Can't quite use it yet. Batiska, what's that? Ooh, okay. Interesting. So that's a melee explosion, pretty much, from Bentiska. Actually, I'm gonna probably... Actually, no, he's using a pretty good spear right now. There's no need to upgrade that. What else? Thunder Breath from Tyrannos. That was there before... No. I believe he changed that to a Burst before, and now it's a Thunder's Breath, or Thunder Breath. That's awesome. Tinkle Death, still hilarious. Zoltal's Canine. Okay. So lightning draconic, fantastic. Yeah, he said there was a lot of cool stuff added with this one. He wasn't kidding. Ooh, and Consecrate Edge from Burhinder. That's an interesting implication. Although, it's not being wielded anymore, so... what changed? Because the guy I had it on... Oh, I took it off of him. I'm just an idiot. That's what changed. That hasn't changed. I've always been an idiot. Vortex Breath, right? Okay, so we're kind of starting to go full circle with these items here as far as what I have. Ooh, okay. Volcano Bomb from the procs. Cool. And spear-wise, we start with the, yeah, Zephyros, and then all this other stuff. Okay. Back to other stuff. Back to the patch notes, because, yeah, I was already just excited about all that stuff. We'll go through equipment and all that later on. Let's get through these patch notes. So, the Zolotl Canine and Satan Cobra, or Satan Cobra, swapped base stats and level requirements. The latter is crafted, so it should be grouped with the other ones. Fair enough. I believe the Satan Cobra is the upgraded canine. I don't know for 100%, but I'm pretty sure it is. Erendite, POTD crafted sword, changed to Chrysagram, a physical sword that hits twice. Alright. That is a reference to something, and I don't remember what it is. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anyway. Erasion grants int bonus instead of agility like other swords, so basically a caster sword, sweet. Books have a 50% chance to inflict enfeeble, but where with movement enhancements has lower level requirements. Let's take a quick peek at that. Equipment... okay. 34 for Hoarfrost. And it looks like 28 for those, 5 for these. Okay, good. These are like proper rookie items. So, that should potentially add some interesting stuff. By the way, one thing that I never noticed, that's something that, you know, might be useful for somebody, with these kind of hovering abilities, apparently they actually increase jump by 1. So they increase jump by 1 and allow you to miss traps, so they're not actually useless like I used to think. Actually a lot better than I would have thought. That would be nice to see it in more places, but I'm sure that's coming up. So, thrown weapons have the lowest RT cost of all ranged weapons. They're heavy because you carry a stack, but also faster to use because there's no need to reload. Alright, let's take a quick look at Tammuz, see what he thinks of that situation. Alright, Tammuz, hopefully you aren't too offended by us killing off your sprite earlier. Alright. So, RT 24. Alright, sounds good. Weight of 12, so yeah, high, lower RT and high weight, so good. They're a good stationary attack weapon now, as it should be. Level requirements of cursed weapons raised to 30. Instead of sacrificing a unit to get the real weapon, they're usable right away. All cursed weapons are physical, and their stats are lower than endgame weapons. However, their stat bonuses are higher, they're lighter, cost less RT to use, have a chance to instantly kill on hit, and have powerful abilities. So, in other words, there's a point now. Because their stats aren't identical anymore, some of them are reverted from one-handed to two-handed. So, also, one thing that you may notice right away, yeah, unfortunately the days of Canopus just annihilating everything are now over. But that's fine. He can still be quite friggin' baller with a silver bow. He's still quite amazing with that dagger. It's fine. Nope. You know what? He'll live. The Vaporizer, it basically got no use, it just sounds cool. Ruji, that one's gonna be... it's fine for now, it's fine for now. Actually, Rakes was offering to give a code to go and get all these cursed weapons again, so that, you know, don't have to go through all the loot grinding in the POTD again. I have no idea how to use codes, so we'll see how that goes. Any dangways. Moving on. So the new cursed weapons sound friggin' amazing, but we'll get to that in a minute. I don't have any to show off yet, but I plan to soon, and we'll see why. So some weapons were renamed to make room for the cursed weapon naming pattern. That's probably what he was talking about, swap and stuff around. Okay, Now, this is the one that, like, just, I'm ridiculously excited about for utterly masochistic reasons. So, consumables, Blessing Stones and Howling Stones are gone. They got replaced to Lifeline Gems and Salvation Gems, consumable that just remove an ally from the battlefield. So, you basically just have items to retreat people. There's no resurrection anymore. It's just gone now. Players are able to obtain multiple copies of class change items like Book of the Dead. Songstress's score was replaced by yet another treasure item. So we'll see what that is, because I think I actually should have a few of them. Let's take a look at the inventory. Would be under reagents. I think Angel's Feather. I want to say that's the one, because I think I got two musical score drops. I believe it's the Angel's Feather. I also haven't seen that one before. Okay, Grimoire Resurrection 1 and 2 were renamed to Grimoire Evacuation. Grimoire Malediction was renamed to Grimoire Frenzy and Repeat. What were those? Those were the zombie ones, weren't they? No, wait. Do I have a malediction? Wait, got renamed to what now? I forget which one malediction is. I don't think I actually have them. Alright, let's browse through some of the stuff real quick here. Yeah, I don't really know where and what those are, so first things first, Diligent should have all of these things. So yeah, Evacuate, removes an ally from the field. If your leader leaves, the battle is lost. Okay, so you can't, Denim can't run away, so his death is still a hard countdown timer, so you actually have to protect him now. Okay. Moving on. So, Rune Fencer got access to Field Alchemy 4, Necromancer lost Projectile 3, and got access to one-handed and two-handed crossbows and instills, another really cool one, as well as appropriate stats to function as a ranged caster hybrid. He was a little more than a weaker Lich, so this should give him some identity. And immediately, this makes me think of Resident Evil 4. This is just making me think of like the crazy cult guys with crossbows. So there we go. Etc. So give you Damask now. So yeah, they actually have crossbows now. That is really freaking cool. Yeah. Goodbye spellbooks. Hello, crossbows. Werner actually has a place now. Actually, Bayan too. So cool. Gonna give them crossbows right away. That is amazing that that's added. Hey, remember those cudgels you never used? Good job. You smacked like 10 people with them. And goodbye Murakumo. Got beaten by friggin' Rome, I guess. Nobody that would be watching this has any clue what the hell I'm talking about. Armored Core. Anyway, moving on. So, that's friggin' amazing. Let's see. Necromancer lost access to Condemn because the skill wouldn't do anything in this version, and gained access to Deflect, Counterattack 1, Trajectory, Max TP2, and Araman, which sounds like a new move. Grants perfect accuracy to the next range attack by... Ooh, nice. That sounds really cool. So, that's got a point now. Lich has higher RT by 2. It's very tiny. However, he can teleport and has also gained access to summons, so buffs are the only magic type he can't use now. Oh, really? You're saying Rudlam doesn't suck now? Do tell. Okay. Okay, I'm very glad to hear this. Water, do you have a water summon? can't use that either. I can use that. Ooh. Okay, so where were we here? Okay, so he is no longer just teleporting others. He can properly teleport himself now, which is just friggin' awesome. Alright, so liches finally getting to be a bit more useful. They're less of a friggin' chunk lord, and there's actually a reason to go through all the process of going and getting them. What else here? Okay, so Angel Knights got access to instruments. That's cool. They are kind of like a caster melee hybrid, so that should be pretty interesting. Cyclops got access to Luminous Resonance by Oversight. Okie doke. Cool. Have not used Cyclops. I'm not sure if I'll ever use the Cyclops. They just seem kind of gross and stinky to have around. I mean, one of their abilities is friggin' stinky meatballs or whatever. And that just does not sound like you want some of those stanky testicles around your army. Anyway, so, Ranger got Disarm back for flavor reasons. Got those D&D Rangers back. Priest has Jump 1 less than Cleric. He also lost access to Damage Draconic. Fair enough, fair enough. Princess lost access to Absolution. Wiki got... And I'm calling it Wiki for the sake of differentiating between Wiki and Witch. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Witch, but yeah, Wiki got access to Divine Magic and Luminous Resonance command. She could use the element but didn't have the skills. That actually does answer a question that I had earlier, because I was going through and testing out some of these drops from before, and yeah, it seemed a little bit strange that she could learn one of the moves that I ended up going and putting on Royal here, which was Sacrifice, because she was, or no, was it Blade? No, I think it was this one. Because I'm pretty sure she was the one that showed up on this. There was one of these moves that, some kind of holy move that she could use, but others weren't around, so... I don't remember what... Oh, no, it was, Judgment 4, I think that's what I'm thinking of. Or was it Spirit Surge 4? I don't know, one of them. Either way, it's addressed now, so it doesn't matter anymore anyhow. Shaman lost access to summons. You can get 4 of them, so they have to lack something. You can actually get 5 of them. Yeah, Yuria. Astromancer and Lord remain as the only classes with full access to non-healing elemental spells. So, okay. Fair enough. Wiki gained access to summons and lost access to Apocrypha. So that's both good and bad, so, well, for my run anyway, these are definitely better changes. So Shamans, yeah, they're far better as kind of your general use high damage casters, and then the Wiki is just kind of your momentum caster more or less. Once she gets magic time and all that, it's just off to the races. Last boss, second form, is slightly tankier. But yeah, no, personally, I'm really happy about this, because the Shamans felt like they were doing pretty ridiculous damage with their summons, and then the Wiki was just kind of there. It's like, well, I can do a lot with these sucky versions, but, you know, no summons or anything else. So, either way, glad about that one. Skills. Songs are also usable through the Songs command because NPCs still use it. Good stuff. Octopus, really? Octopus Temple Boss got Aqua Veil back because his level has no water, so he can't use other skills. That means Relly has to move elsewhere, so you'll have to purchase it with your knights again. Well, dang, that affects all of one of my guys. Alright, spells and active skills. Minor status spells cost 20 MP again because the AI was spamming them too much. They might decide on something else now. Alright, cool to see. So hopefully they won't be doing friggin' Mass Weaken over and over and over and over and over, or Mass Breach. Like, I kid you not, they were targeting the same guys over and over. Status removal spells have 1 extra range, fantastic. He has the same range as other status removals, very useful. Resurrection 1 and 2 exchange to Evacuate. Let's see, the range of the latter one was reduced to 5, and MP of both reduced. Alright, cool. So they don't cost much now, they just get your people out of there. Drain Mind MP cost reduced to 5, very good to hear. MP cost of lesser dark status spells was increased and their duration shortened. Cool stuff. Range of greater dark spells was increased by 5 and their duration was reduced. Enemy mages liked sticking their noses closer to the front lines more than is healthy. Very true right there. Gravity Flux now does 10% of the target's current HP as damage, similar to Demi from Final Fantasy. Okay. Good to see that being useful. As the AI does like to mash that every now and then, and it barely did anything before. Like, you would... I think I noticed it once, because somebody used Gravity Flux on a Griffin that I wanted to have flying over a tree, and he just couldn't fly over that tree for a couple turns. It was the only time I even noticed it, and it didn't even change the fight, all things considered. So yeah, Dead Man's Ivy also delays target's RT by 20. Enemies really like that for some reason. Yeah. They love to spam it. Curse now inflicts Curse instead of Wither and affects an area, so that basically got upgraded to the third version instead of the first one. Alright, Curse 2 changed to Frenzy, a spell that quickens a single undead. It reinforces Necromancer's role as a Shepherd of the Dead. Fantastic. Curse 3 changed to Release, a short range that instantly stills a single undead unit. It was a shoddy piece of work anyway. Cool. Alright. That is incredible right there. Freaking love that one. So that's actually really worth the effort that it takes to get it. Brain Rot costs are reduced to 20. It also removes 20% of your target's MP. Having an enemy cleric neutral heal 1 instead of full power heal 3 on the next turn might be worth the trouble. Fantastic. Base range of Empower spells increased by 1. Well, that's a really good one. There's actually going to be more of a reason to keep Beastmasters around, although I've been testing around with a run where I've been using a few of them, and it's kind of cool to kind of like back and forth waves you could get going, but it was a little bit tricky to set up. So this should make it easier. Resonance skill TP costs down to 30, so more of a point in using them, although personally I really liked them on Ace, the guy that I'm using as a Warlock, because we just basically have him do Resonance on a bunch of people, then like, you know, run up and do his thing, and then the next turn would just have him go attack somebody and then like push somebody else off a cliff. He's good times. Easily one of my favorite characters right now. So, Absolution changed to Seal Evil, a touch skill that petrifies an undead for a very long duration. TP cost raised to 50, RT cost raised to 20. Alright. That is also a reference to something that I can't remember right now. I want to say it was an FFT thing. Yeah, I think it was one of the monk abilities in FFT. Could be wrong on that. Spell Break can't hurt allies anymore. It also got renamed to Shadow Break because it doesn't dispel as originally planned. I was considering Clone War, but... ... Clone War, Clone... Oh! Star Wars reference, gotcha. Singer's High renamed to Superstar. I never really liked the name. Lucky Star got renamed to Limelight because that would be more stars than the Grammy Award. I like it. Okay, so I really like those renames right there. Condemn changed to Ariman, a cheap skill that grants 100% accuracy to the next ranged attack. Looks really darn good. Risk Management changed to Blood Price, a skill that removes half of max HP to charge 200 TP to the user. Alright, so he lost his invincibility move, but essentially got a max power move. Awesome. Huh. Alright, can't wait to test that out. Feral Remedy and Catnip are ranked skills with scaling range bonus. So this one he mentioned on the forum earlier. That's going to make a huge difference. So yeah, definitely going to be using them on the Iron Man run. Duration of Charm was globally reduced to match Bewitch. Yes. Absolutely yes, because, you know, where do I have him here? Friggin', what was it? I think it was with Yuria, Kashua, and who else? Was it Rudlin? No, because he didn't have the dark staff. Whatever. I had a bunch of people essentially just like rotating charms over and over to the point that one of the fights got completely broken. And yeah, it's really good to see that actually reduced. Because Bewitch's whole thing is it's really good. They can't be knocked out of it, but it's 0 to 3, so there's a chance it won't do anything, more or less. That's not an exact thing, it's just like a rough generalization, because I don't know the exact calculations of how RT and all that goes as far as when it's applied, but yeah, sometimes it does nothing. Like 60-something% of the time, it will cause that person to change sides for a few turns. So various small bug fixes got put. Resurrecting fallen soldiers by common means was disabled. Resurrection stones and spells will instead evacuate your ally to the field hospital to be properly tended for. Considering that the nurses in Liberation Army, both male and female, are chosen to be easy on the eyes as well as be skilled, this isn't such a bad deal. This has consequences, however. It means that once your soldier is knocked out, he will technically be one man short for the battle, so you have to take care to avoid it. This also means that if Denim falls, you have 3 turns to mop up, because if you lose, he leaves the field, so he can't be evacuated. His army apparently holds him in so high regard that they can't dust off a carpet without him. It's more lenient than getting him knocked into a pit, I suppose. Very true. He does not survive pits on random battles for some reason. He's invincible in stories. For some reason, random battles, he's not. It isn't all bad news, however. Rescue missions got a lot more manageable, because you can evacuate allies that are still alive and kicking, which means your new goal is simply to reach the NPC before the enemy does, so you can pull him out to safety, and put up with no more of his idiocy. You should take care not to do it if he or she has something more important to say, when rescuing Ocean, for instance. Oh boy. I've never actually had Yunan die when he needed to talk, but I can definitely see that happening. This is a fairly major change to the game mechanics, so it's highly experimental and all feedback is welcome. It should make the game harder overall, but has plenty of room left before it gets unreasonably hard, I think. And yes, that is very true, because honestly, I think this is perfect. Like, this is one of those ones that I have been just waiting on for a while now, when he said he was going to remove resurrections and stuff like that, because it kind of, like, it makes everything fit. It makes sense. Or like, why weren't people going and resurrecting each other all the time if that was just an option that was available at the dang store? So this is just awesome. Friggin' beautiful right there. What else? I mean, this is basically going to be the thing that I can finally start the Iron Man run now. Frankly, there's nothing that I would disagree with in that entire thing. Now let's go take a quick look at... where are you? Take a quick look at this guy's stuff. By the way, I had him take part in a few fights. He's gotten a few skills, I just haven't really gone and bought them yet. Let me get those. We got probably Empower Beast, because don't I even have any dragons? Got some beasts. And yeah, range by rank. I don't know if that actually was able to say that before, but it's there, so good stuff. Everything seems to be in order here. Definitely interested in testing out these different changes to the weapons and all that, so we'll you know, let's go take a quick peek. Pop this stuff on here, right here. Alright, let's take a quick look, see if any of the shields got shiny new stuff. Relay shield, preventing undead from entering the vicinity. I don't know if that was there before, but this also didn't have its background before. I believe that's a new effect. Don't see any other new ones, though. These I'm looking forward to testing out the proper versions of, since again, these are actually no longer available. As much as I can use them, I can't really do the whole 1500 friggin' damage out of Yunan type shenaniganry. But that's good. That's good. That was that was not right. Like, he wasn't even... It was just a handgun, and he was basically going and just friggin' imploding dragons and crap with it, so... That's good that that's gone. Ooh. World Tree does Harvest Stance now. That's cool. These do their usual walk abilities. Did they get any stats? I believe they got very slightly improved stats, maybe? Maybe not. Could be wrong on that. Alright, Dispel from those. I believe that's new. Flame Fusion. I'm pretty sure that's new. That's new. Alright, that's all for gloves. What about helmets? I don't think any of these had stuff, because, you know, what are you gonna do? Go friggin' headbutt out a fireball? Okay, that is fitting. That needed to be there. That needed to have a charm effect. Yeah. I mean, if they're friggin' showing up in a dress, yeah. There's gotta be at least a reason for it. None of these things appear to have new stuff. Because why would they, really? Wait a second. Okay, no. I'm looking at something completely different. Do any of these have any changes? That's still swiftness. I believe these should also all probably be about the same. These got reduced, didn't they? I thought these were an augment +2 before. I don't know. Could be wrong on that. I don't have the other version up right now to check. But either way. As I mentioned before, brilliant patch. Can't wait to test it all out. Actually, super excited about testing it all out now because pretty much just got utterly stuck with these battles here. Since this stuff gets a little bit difficult at this point, and I just found out there's absolutely no reason to even be out here. So I can apparently just go to Heim and continue on with Coda stuff and not actually have to worry about all this. So in the next part, really excited to start that other run, and as always, thank you, Rakes, for an amazing mod.